Breaking news, Second Amendment advocates in Colorado are now launching yet another recall effort against a Democratic state senator who voted to support gun control just last month. Colorado voters ousted two other Democrats who had supported tighter gun laws in the state. This time, the stakes are higher. This successful recall, if it is successful, would give Republicans control of Colorado's state Senate. Well, we're 9 days now into this government shutdown, 8 days away from running up against the debt ceiling. As you may have noticed when Congressman Schweikert and I were discussing it, how it ends, no one knows. But one thing is becoming increasingly clear. President Obama and Congress are paying a big political price for their, let's say, lack of forthrightness. And I personally believe it is because this president refuses to fulfill his constitutional responsibility to negotiate with Congress. This is not an authoritarian government, no matter how authoritarian this president's mindset may be. It simply is not his prerogative. It is his responsibility to negotiate, and the American people are mad as hell because of his attitude, and they're getting madder. A new Associated Press poll, as we said, finds just 37% approve of the job our president is doing. That is a record low for President Obama. 53% disapprove, and other polls reflect much the same disapproval levels. We reported to you yesterday Congress's approval had fallen to 11%. Well, now we have an update for you. The new Associated Press poll puts Congress's approval at 5%. That's probably comprised of members of Congress, their family, their staffers, that 5%. And there is a glimmer of hope that the American people have had a bellyful, are awakening, not only to this president who refuses to negotiate, but a Congress that only recently started making sense. A new Gallup poll finds 33% of Americans, 33% of Americans think the number one issue facing America, this dysfunctional government. 33%, the number one problem, the highest percentage ever. It means that our president, our senators, our members of Congress are considered to be bigger problems than the economy, unemployment, the deficit, health care. But this president, his administration, are simply refusing to listen to the American people. They're not just refusing to negotiate, they won't listen. They're not listening to the 62% of voters, 62% of voters who want Congress to raise the debt ceiling only after agreeing to major cuts in government spending. That's called negotiating, Mr. President. And they aren't listening to the 51% who oppose Obamacare. That's according to the Real Clear Politics poll average. Please don't worry, though, Mr. President. You're apparently absolutely certain that calling Republicans names will somehow move more Americans to your side. Names like deadbeat, hostage-taking, extortionate. That has a ring, doesn't it? How's that nasty name-calling working for you, Mr. President, so far?